The epic is told in large poems like in the Mahabharata, and here is a fact. It was verbally spread and the heroes were who recited the poems. The epic is used to narrate historical facts, but also mixed with fantasy. The epic used the ornate language, using the literary figures. At the beginning, it's an invocation to a muse. In the epic, the gods coexist with humans. The epic uses epithets like in the Iliad. The epic uses enumeration, typically used to deepen the names for who were in a battle. The epopee is a subgenre of the epic. Many Eastern countries create their own epics. In the epopee, the adventures of a hero are told in a poetic narrative. Examples of epopees are the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Mahabharata, the Iliad, and the Odyssey.
Renaissance came with several new scientific achievements like compass, the imprint, and gunpowder. These new ideas came with the Renaissance, trying to get rid of the power and the ideas of the religion. Also, painting was something important in these ages, and human body was analyzed as something beautiful. One of the most famous works of the Renaissance was the frescoes of the Sistine Chapel and the Last Supper, painted by Leonardo da Vinci, a very famous inventor and painter. The secondary character that say what he sees and or whatever the protagonist is living. Also, we have the omniscient narrator that knows everything is happening on the novel. Second person that in the novel tells you what to do or what you're doing as a lector. Spanish Golden Age. One of the most famous writers in these times was Miguel de Cervantes, also known by Manco de Lepanto. Because of an injury of Lepanto's battle, he lost his hand. He wrote Don Quixote of La Mancha, a very famous comedy until this time. Then we come with Lope de Vega, a recognized theater writer. He thought fun broke tension in the public so he could be more one.
The Middle Ages started with the Roman Empire, but it was fragmented because the barbarians, and it finished with the falling of Constantinople. On the other hand, there were the Crusades, from the 11th to the 13th century, a movement where Christian soldiers went to the holy sites to protect them from the so-called infidels. There were 4 factors. The epic tales narrates the adventures of a hero. That means it is telling a story, and actions are happening. It was based on Rodrigo Díaz de Vivar. The poem recounts the adventures of him. The hero Siegfried, who is invulnerable because he once took a bath in the blood of a dragon, but he has a weak point. He seeks to marry the sister of King Gunther, but he died in a fight.